you're saying shit against black people, whether you feel like we're being in our feelings or whatever. Nobody likes to be talked down on, especially when it's coming from your own people. We have so many shared experiences that we relate to each other better. So yes, if you see a black person, you feel like, oh, this is a safe space. And then what, you go to watch this guy's video and it's just him talking about how much he hates how black people behave and blah blah. Why can't you all be just more like the white folk? The same white folk that want you out of their country, the same white folk that don't give a fuck about you, the same motherfuckers that think just because based on the color of my skin, I don't qualify to be in a certain field, I don't qualify to be an engineer, I don't qualify to be a pilot. You automatically just assume I'm ignorant, I'm not educated. Those guys. Hey, yo. It's your boy Gerald. What we got today, man? Shit, let me put on the headphones real quick. We got Stevie Knight called us out, got exposed instead. Oh my god. We're still smoking that Stevie Knight pack. Still smoking that shit. That's how I imagine smoking to be. I never really smoked before. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, no, this dude Stevie Knight just doesn't want to hold the L, man. He's still calling these people out, bro. You lost the debate, you lost the battle. Now you want to lose the war? There don't even have to be a war. You can simply just say I was wrong. You're not gonna die, and I think people are gonna respect you more for that. You want to die on this hill that's not taking you anywhere, bro. You're standing on a fucking lie. You're standing on misinformation, brother. You're not speaking facts. You're not factual. Your information is not factual. So what are you even doing all this for, bro? Just hold the damn L, man, and keep it pushing. Let's just get straight into it, man. Let's see what he's been on.
We're doing another Stevie Knight video, and I know that half of you are like,
I could care less. I could care less about
Stevie Knight. He has a title video called "Damn, Is ABBA Fake?"
I cannot say that I saw this coming.
ABBA fake?
Ain't no stranger to doing the extra. So
okay, so I'm gonna just summarize this first point, but I'll link the video below so you guys can go watch it. For those of you who didn't watch the debate, consider yourself lucky. Here's a recap.
I feel like it felt like I didn't feel like I feel like do you feel like I feel like I could care less about why you feel the way you feel. I'm not a fucking machine.
they need to be controlled. They need to be decapitated
To feel heard, I feel like everybody's gonna feel differently. There is emotion tied to it, bro. I'm a human being. Like some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro. It is what it is. What it is. So logically, it is what it is. Oh, that's cap.
That's cap? Did you Google it? Did you Google it?
I don't need to Google it. Somebody Google it in the chat.
I don't even need to look up the stat.
But you were wrong. Your stat was wrong, homie. Like, what you gonna do then? I don't need to Google it. Okay, Mr. Fucking, I make my own information by myself. Ain't nobody gonna check me because I got muscle. Shit. That's how you moving, bro. I really didn't need to talk about how this nigga got muscle. That's really just me coming. That was so unnecessary.
Engaged in evil could burn.
During our debate, there was a discussion about school, food lunches, starvation, food insecurity. Stevie and Kirk were constantly making this point that like kids are not starving, so we don't need these free lunches in school. There's other ways for the kids to get food. Okay, that's pretty much the general gist of it. I try to explain that like not everyone has good parents. Food stamps are not always accessible. 7-year-old can't apply for food stamps. Steve's like, listen, it's not a real problem. Kids are not emaciated, dying on the side of the street. And he harps on the fact that during the debate, Stevie himself was talking about starvation, like third world starvation, like kids, skinny bones, big belly, dying, you know?
Starve. This isn't fucking people. It's not a famish going on. People are not dying because
no, they're not dying. But
famish.
I was talking about that. You were talking about a different problem that's less serious, and it's kind of disingenuous of you, Abba, to misrepresent me.
We can't be switching words out now, man. Food and
But all your words were there. He didn't switch out anything. It's not like he edited words into your mouth, brother. You said those words. I guess you can understand you can take things out of context, but this wasn't taken out of context. I really don't. Oh, this motherfucker is bugging. You're bugging. Are we good?
security is entirely different than starving? That was the question posed in that debate with Kirk.
Now here's where I'll be accountable. Shouldn't have used the word starvation when I was talking to him. Even though us in colloquial terms be like, yo, I'm starving today, I need to eat. In a discussion, you should define terms. That's my fault.
You also gave yourself a 3 out of 10.
For the debate performance?
Yes.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. What I don't like is this very bad faith interpretation on his behalf. When him and Kirk argue against school lunches, them talking about starvation, these programs were never implemented to stop famine. They were not put in place so that kids were about to die on the side of the street and like, hey, here's a little sandwich at lunchtime. They were put in place to combat malnutrition because a lot of folks who didn't have access to food would show up, not eat, and their performance levels at school were bad. They couldn't pay attention. That's what the program's about. Yeah. I personally think it's incredibly bad faith to come to a debate about a topic, about a policy, and argue against something that's never intended for. And throughout the debate with him too, I mentioned it. If you just Google it, it's like so many kids today here in America, you could look it up, the statistics, that have malnutrition, that have food scarcity, that have all these problems. It stunts their growth. It fucks them up in terms of their academic success. If we were talking about kids dying on the side of the street, why the would I be talking about the fact that they won't get a good grade, and who cares? If we were talking about something that was terminal, I think I'd probably be like, how do we save these kids from dying?
I understand what you're trying to say. What I don't understand is why the are we debating school lunches?
Sure.
Like you're trying to make a whole point about, F them kids.
You know,
yeah, they shouldn't get free lunch.
Dog, this life is fucking
I
hard,
really said
dog.
that too.
Some
I was
children are born in.
Again, I really apologize for me making that statement, bro. I was like, bro, I wasn't thinking too much of the kids when I said what I said. I was more so talking like agreeing with Stevie Knight. Not like I watched the video debate and I agreed. This shit is about to make me tweak, bro. Yeah, no, I made a mistake. I was borderline saying what he was saying, like, but not exactly. I was more so saying, yo, these parents, man, like, yo, these kids are already getting free education, so that's already a load off on the parents. Why can't the parents use the rest of their money that they're making to take care of the kids? But then again, I didn't account for the fact that there's terrible parents out there. Didn't account for the fact that there's still a very big poverty problem in America. I completely assumed it wasn't as bad. There's people that actually cannot. Not only can they not afford a house, I guess they can't afford to feed themselves. Talk less of the kids. So in accounting all those facts, you realize, okay, yeah, no, this was a very insensitive comment because I'm in a much more privileged position, so can't really be talking like that.
Circumstances, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, but
No school lunches. What? Why do you go against that?
I know.
That's the debate.
Y'all don't want to give that to kids, but prisoners get it, military members get it, a whole bunch of different adults get it. Also, aren't we a first world country? Like, just because we're not dealing with third world country problems, don't we solve them all the time? It's like saying, yo, we don't need to make our roads better because we don't have dirt roads like third world country.
Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
I don't understand this thing where it's like, it has to be one or the other. You know, you could have rich and poor people, you can have educated people, and Stevie Knight. Both of those things can all coexist.
That's crazy. Okay.
Americans don't know what starving is. We don't know what starving is, man. But, you know, I see what he's doing here. He's playing semantics and moving the goalpost.
Obesity actually the bigger nutritional issue. About 20% of U.S. children ages 2 are classified as obese. How many percent of the U.S. children, though, are starving? Is it less than 20%? Because 20% isn't the majority of children in America. It's probably still a lot of people, yes, but there's still a whole other 80%, and I'm sure within that, the other 80%, there's a large percentage that's starving. There's a large percentage that they don't even get to. That problem can never be their problem. Obesity can never be their problem. Malnutrition, on the other hand, can very likely be their problem. Being skinny, potentially dying, is probably more so their problem. Obesity, yeah, of course, could potentially lead to death, but you know, that can be helped. Stop eating. But like, you can't just tell somebody, go get food. if they can't afford it. You know what I'm saying?
With this conversation, bro.
I love how you accuse me of playing semantics.
That's what
He
doing.
spent 13 minutes talking about starvation versus food insecurity and not getting enough meals.
That's comedy gold right there.
If you talk like that about kids not having access to food, is it any wonder why people think you guys are monsters?
Bruh, here we go, bro. He taking me out of context again. See, I ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Every time someone's too stupid to enunciate their own point, they always say I was taken out of context. No, you just don't know how to communicate. Maybe if you got a school lunch every time in the 3rd grade, you'd be able to read, speak, and think past a 4th grade level. Maybe. I think you needed them school lunches, Stevie. I was taken out of context. I was taken out of context. After a while, is it people taking you out of context or you don't know how to communicate? I'm just asking. The thing you're gonna know, he's a big time center.
Yeah, okay, so I was just on 10 now. He's like, okay, I'm about to just fucking go ham on this dude. It was respectful for a little bit, but now it's just okay. Do you, man? I ain't gonna lie.
He just won't take a stance. They'll have the whole thing. He's like, I don't care. I ain't pro-life. I ain't pro-choice. I don't care if the kids get the food, but I'm a capitalist. I'm against government handouts. I don't want the government to come save the world. But I don't care if they pass a program. If it happens, it happens. It's like probably anti-abortion. Am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I'm not pro. I'm not anti. I respect this. I don't agree with it. Like,
But you want the government to get involved and stop abortions.
I never said. I don't give a fuck about what anybody does with abortion.
Did you say it's a bigger problem?
Yes, there's a bigger problem, but I didn't give a solution to it. I know it's a problem. But I never said what I want to do about it. I could care less. Like, it is what it is, dog. This life. Life is fucking hard, dog. And some children are born in fucked up
But if you
circumstances.
say it's a bigger problem, then aren't you acknowledging that you feel it's a problem? If you're saying it's a bigger problem, or you could say maybe it's a bigger. Like, what do you even say about that? If you're bringing it up, you're already acknowledging that it's a problem to you. Like, if it's not a problem to you, then why are you bringing it up to support your arguments?
You want this,
I never said want. I said these resources are available to them.
but that's what your solution is, right? You're
That's
fine.
not my solution.
Bro, what is your opinion? I don't have any solutions, bro. I'm not saying what my solution is. I'm saying this solution exists.
This whole argument.
Like, I genuinely, guys, maybe I needed the school lunches in school. Maybe I just don't get what this guy's
The
talking.
whole debate was just eye roll.
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with you with that, but I don't disagree with Kirk either.
Huh? I'm both anti-gun and pro-gun. You know what I'm saying? I could care less, bro. I could care less.
I don't know. I could care less. I could care less. I could care less.
That's truly. That's the thing. That's why it's problematic when he's coming out here and giving an opinion. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about none of it. He came on trying to get his little 2 cents off. He was like, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. These kids, they got a busy problem. Ain't nobody starving over here. Let them kids rock. Fuck, they don't need no free meals. He doesn't care. He doesn't care who's really suffering or not. That's why he refuses to do the Google search. He doesn't care. And he, like, I'm not even mad that he doesn't care. That's him. Whatever he wants to do, sure. But now he's you can see he's just backpedaling and is upset that, like, oh, he didn't get the kind of reaction he thought he was gonna get. He thought he was gonna get people on his side and stuff, but no. And then he did this debate and just looked entirely stupid throughout the debate. So yeah, now he's just spiraling. His feelings got hurt. He thought he was gonna be cooked up, but he didn't. He truly doesn't care about any of this, but he's just in too deep now. And now he's in this mess.
could care less about.
And I'm like, I couldn't care less, right? Stevie, you deserve those school lunches. I'm sorry it wasn't given to you.
I could care less.
And here's the thing that's funny. Remember when he said he's not pro-choice or pro-life?
It is I couldn't care less. Not I could care less.
Abortions and food insecurity. Why are we comparing killed babies to babies that are alive?
You're probably
Okay, so
anti-abortion.
that you do care. You like. What is he doing, bro?
Right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I respect his stance. I'm not pro, I'm not anti. I respect his stance. I don't agree with it, of course.
Killed babies.
I don't give a fuck about what anybody does with abortion.
What? Am I
You
tripping?
couldn't care less about what they do with abortion. But you also think that they're killing babies.
And you have a problem. Clearly, have a problem with that position. Why don't you just come out and say, "Oh, you are actually pro-life, bro"? Like, yeah, you don't want to pick a side, bro.
sociopathic person you have to be to really have that worldview. I really think that, yeah, I think abortion is murder. But
I could care
But I
less.
could care
the
less.
pro-life, the pro-choice people don't think the fetus is a child. That's why they're justified in their position.
Yeah.
And the pro-life people think it is. So that's but he's saying it is a baby, and I don't care if they die. But he did a more recent video, one that you haven't seen. Because he got a lot of backlash after he put out this video. His own fans were turning on him like, yo, Stevie, you were bugging. You were being hyper emotional.
Oh, no, the
comment section
was
flaming.
You can see the comments, subscribers, like the people that are commenting. Damn. All these boys are on the come up. Brother, let go of that ego and accept the L. That's what I've been saying.
Titled, Am I Sellout to Black People?
Bootlicker, coon, coconut, sellout. As of this whole Kirk
Oh, he a
situation, bro,
sellout now?
these labels have been flying at your boy. Black man with more of a conservative take on things, like thinking black people need to be a monolith. Like all black people need to look the same and feel the same and view things the same.
Sure, but that's not the case right now. That's not the reason why. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what's happening.
Black man with more of a conservative take, black culture is going to despise.
This idea that black folks are somehow incredibly liberal, and that's not true. A lot of social issues relating to
Yeah, I
transness,
didn't believe
gay
that at
marriage.
all.
There's no group that's more against it than black folks in the USA. The highest religious group in the USA is also black folks by percentage. I think people believe that either because they're never around black folks or know nothing about them. They think that how people vote maps on one-to-one with what their values are, and that's just not true.
Regardless of what it is that I'm saying, for people to view me and judge me on what I'm saying based on my skin tone.
They call you a sellout because of the kind of shit you produce. You're not even presenting their arguments of why they think you're a sellout. I want you guys to go to his channel, Night Talk. Go to the search button. Not my feelings. Facts. Search the word black. See how many videos this guy.
Black people don't want to hear this. Kevin Gates keeping it real. Black people have to stop being victims. This makes black women look bad. Okay.
Makes shitting on black people and black culture.
Now, I did take the time to click on a lot of these videos just to make sure, but let's look at some of these titles. I hate black people, and he agrees with them for a lot of the video. Black people are sick of black people. Dear black people, you suck. Black men don't date black women. Black people don't want to hear this. Only weak black men date white women. Shout out.
No, then yeah, I mean, then you are a sellout, bro. Some people just need to own what the fuck they are. You don't like, you want to get. Someone said this in my comments. I might even just put it up in this. People wanna say whatever they want without facing consequences. And I cannot lie, that shit was so real, bro. Shout out to bro. I'll put the comment up here. But yeah, people want to be able to say whatever the fuck they want without consequences. So when you get the consequences, you're like, what? Freedom of speech, I can say whatever I want. No, homie. You're saying shit against black people. Whether you feel like we're being in our feelings or whatever, nobody likes to be talked down on. Especially when it's coming from your own people. It's one thing to like, because of course people need to be able to like accept criticism, right? Fair. But it's one thing when you're like giving positive feedback, but it's another thing where it's just like you're just trying to tear down black people. Black people frustrate you so much that you feel like you need to make a video spreading the idea that black people are being weird. Black people, there's black fatigue. Black people are so ghetto and blah blah blah. When you are black and you grew up around that, so what, you hate your own people? You hate what you were around? I get it. There's like, bro, you can criticize. There's a lot to criticize in the black community, but again, I don't think making multiple videos saying all black people are this black, that is not how you want to go about it, bro. Again, because these are your people. Whether you call it favoritism or whatever, it's like you need to take it more. You need to be more lenient if it's your own people. That's genuinely how I feel. Whether you disagree with that or not. Why? Because these are the people that are gonna have your back at the end of the day when shit hits the fan, when shit goes off. Bro, them white niggas, bro, they want you out of their country. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. Your family gives a fuck about you, bro. Your people, the people where you come from, they're more inclined to give a fuck about you, bro. People do this thing where it's like they see a black person and they automatically feel like they can relate to that person more. Why? Because you guys grew up more borderline the same way, feeling the same, going through the same kind of struggle. Parents beating us up and shit, having to be super disciplined, having to be all in right behavior most of the time. We have so many shared experiences that we relate to each other better. So yes, if you see a black person, you feel like, oh, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. And then when you go to watch this guy's video and it's just him talking about how much he hates how black people behave and blah blah. Why can't you all be just more like the white folk? The same white folk that want you out of their country, the same white folk that don't give a fuck about you at all. That's who you want us to be like. Same motherfuckers doing all these school shootings. What's so special about them? Same motherfuckers calling me N-word behind my back. Same motherfuckers calling me a monkey behind my back, thinking it's a joke. Those guys, the same motherfuckers that think I just because based on the color of my skin, I don't qualify to be in a certain field. I don't qualify to be an engineer. I don't qualify to be a pilot. Why? Because of the color of my skin. You automatically just assume I'm ignorant. I'm not educated. Those guys. That's why I'm like, I'd much rather, again, I'll give criticism when criticism is due. I don't gotta do it in front of y'all though. I don't gotta do it for the internet. I could do that behind closed doors, talk to someone one-on-one. I'm not gonna embarrass a black person on the internet. Why? To get a couple white supremacists laughing and giggling and shit, and my comments being all happy and shit. Gets called them out. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my face. It's that simple. No, you're not gonna get that satisfaction from me. I'm not gonna do that.
Because he's dating a white woman, he's got a complex, he's a little bit, insecure about that. He does get comments though, so I get it. Black Lives Matter 2.0? I hate black women. Black people have to stop being victims. She told white people to stay out of the Black Panther. Okay, so it's still critiquing a black person on behalf of white people. This makes black women look so bad. And you gotta appreciate the hypocrisy. They'll be like, oh my God, these people think about race way too much. And they make that much amount of content about black people.
Now flip it. Put in the word white. You will not find a single video, even though there's mass shootings, even though just recently there was a guy who ran up on that church and blasted a bunch of people, a MAGA guy. He hasn't covered it. Will he ever talk about any of these topics that plague certain communities? No. Now, you might say, but asymmetry is not necessarily a bad thing. And I agree. Sometimes you might have an asymmetry in the kind of things you make because you have more proximity to something. Fair. Do you do so in a nuanced way? Other communities have this, that. No, you don't contextualize it. You just be like, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad. And then let's go to your audience. Why are they there? Why do you have so many people being like, fuck yeah, Stevie, you're based? Stevie tried one time. Stevie made a video about Nick Fuentes talking crazy about black folks.
Well, I guess Nick Fuentes, he's on another racist tangent. So, but with that, I'm in agreement with a lot of things that he said outside of the generalization of black folk, because your boy got some ghetto fatigue.
That video was one of his most disliked videos. Mm-hmm. And he hasn't talked about the criticism he got in that video. He hasn't talked about the backlash. He didn't make a follow-up on that one. His audience was shitting on him in mass. He hasn't talked.
He didn't say all black people. He said lots of them. Anyone who gets offended by what Nick is saying is part of the problem. Well, these guys seem to be agreeing. Pattern recognition is not racism. Okay.
Him in mass. Why? Because they're like, yo, Nick Fuentes is based. He's right about what he's saying. You don't have to believe me. Go look at Night Talk channel and see the kind of content he produces. And then you come tell me why people might think you a sellout. Maybe they don't want you to manufacture a narrative that only the black community seems to have problems, because that's all you ever talk about. That's something that's always interesting to me, is like black conservatives will often get very defensive when they get called out on stuff. But it's like, sometimes it's not about what you say, it's about what you don't say. It's a lack of fairness. Imagine being in a family, you and your siblings all cause problems, and your parent only comes after you to scold you. At some point you'd be like, shit, I know I'm fucking up, but like, bro and sis fucking up too. He might lie now. He might say, oh, disproportionate. Like, yo, there's some crimes that even when you go proportionate, white people commit more. If you want to look at political violence, which you seem to care so much about since you made 20 videos on your daddy Kirk, that's almost exclusively white men. But if I'm wrong, Stevie, prove it. Why don't you spend the next year covering the other stuff? Let's see how well your channel going through. Let's see them dislikes. Let's see how your audience that you think are there for you and not because you're a bootlicker, let's see how long they last. And if I'm wrong, you know what up, Stevie? I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll give you 50 grand. If you spend a year doing that kind of content, because there's evil, right? It's about evil.
It should be a good versus evil thing.
I'll put 50 grand in escrow and I'll watch. And you show me the analytics. You show me the audience you cultivated. I don't want to talk about feelings. I want to see facts.
The thing that happened is that you probably just found the reason why he's fan sitting, because he doesn't want to necessarily upset the black, and he also doesn't necessarily want to upset the whites. So he's like, man, me no say, bro, I don't know. What you think?
He doesn't want to pick a side. He doesn't want to have a concrete take. But then he does actually, he's faking. He's like, I don't care, but he does. He just doesn't want to say what he's saying because he knows it's gonna come back with a lot of backlash. That dude is not slick, bro. He's not slick. Honestly, I think I'm gonna cut it here. I've said a lot in this video already, bro. Shit, motherfuckers had me going on a generational rant, bro. I didn't even know I had that in me, for real. I'm proud of myself for that one. But yeah, no, he is a sellout, and again, I'm not even mad. I'm not mad. If you want to be a sellout, be a sellout, but own that shit. Don't get upset when people call you a sellout. Don't get mad. Why you mad? They calling you what the fuck you are. You are a sellout. What you think you think you're doing us any justice talking down on us on a regular basis? Black fatigue. As a black man, you're disgusting. We think you're disgusting. Why are you upset? Just accept the criticism, accept that, oh, we don't fuck with you. But you still got your white boys. You still got your white boys. They still fuck with you. Why you care about what we gotta say? It's a free country, right? Freedom of speech. We can say what we want to say. You can give your opinion. We can give a rebuttal to your opinion too. We can give our opinions too. And we think you're a sellout. Sorry. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? You wanted to be a hero? You think you're being a hero for the black community? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah, that's the end of the video, man. Turn on post notifications, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, man. Ayo, Gerald out. Boom. Why did I say boom? What the fuck is wrong with me?